What's up, guys? This is Will of Will H Tech Review, back with another video, and today we're doing a follow-up video. HP Chromebook x360 14. So I picked this up about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I did a little bit of a unboxing and a first look at this guy. You can pick this up at Best Buy. I picked it up. They run it on sale every now and then for about $3.99 and up. So I picked it up at that price. I think right now they have it for $420 something, and it normally runs about $500, a little bit over $500. So if you're interested in it, keep an eye at Best Buy or different places. You can find it as low as in the threes. So this is a fantastic Chromebook so far, man. I'm really enjoying it. So this has a 14-inch full HD multi-touch screen, 1920 by 1280 resolution, IPS. This also is running the 8th gen Intel Core i3 8130U processor. Dual core processor. So with the U processor, that means you're going to have a fan. There's going to be a fan inside of it, and I do hear the fan run from time to time if I'm in a really quiet environment or place. Then I can hear it running, but it's not very loud either. So this also has 8 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage, and it also has a slot for a micro SD card slot. This is also a 2-in-1, so that's another great thing about that. So you can have it in your laptop presentation. You can also have it in your tent mode. I think that's what they call this, like this. You can have it in your tablet form, like so, and you can also have it in this form here. So you got laptop presentation, I think this is called, and I already did that, didn't I, guys? And then laptop, man. All right, but you see all the different positions there. Kind of confused myself. So this has an anodized aluminum coating on the outside of it. So the top piece is aluminum. The bottom, the very bottom of it, is plastic, and the keyboard deck is aluminum as well, some type of metal. Feels very good, very premium in the hand. Now I did hear some talk about the hinges not being very good, but so far with my unit, the hinges are nice. This has a white and a blue color, so you guys can see right there. I've heard that people don't like the color of this, the combination, but I like it. Looks good, pretty sharp. So you can see, not very thick. Let's go around it since I'm holding it like this. So you got your Type C charging port there. You got a Type A 3.0. This is 3.0 as well. You got a Kensington lock there. On the front there isn't anything. You do have a little slot where you can get your fingernail in there, but this one will not. You got to use 2 hands, so it's not that premium. You still got to use 2 hands. You got another USB Type C. Got an earphone plug, 3.5 millimeter. Slow down, Will. You got your SD card and your power. And so on the bottom, you do have some nice grip right here to keep it from sliding. Another vent right there, and a vent back here. Like I said, this does have a fan for this processor, and then your HD logo and chrome on the top of it. So 3.7 pounds, I think it is. So it's not the lightest Chromebook out there, but it's it's not real heavy either. So this is running the Intel UHD Graphics 620 card as well inside of it, and so far it's been great, man. I really like it. So let me go ahead and open it up and we can get on the inside, talk about this a little bit. Let me raise the camera up just a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. So you can see the display here. So like I said earlier, the display is a 14-inch 1920 by 1080 full HD IPS display. So this is also touchscreen, as you can see. Touch response is great on it. It's really good when you want to play games or do different things like that where you may want to interact with the touchscreen. I also have one of these little cheap little stylus here, and it works great with the display as well, as you can see. So you are able to do that, use that with the display as well. The colors are really nice on the display, as you can see, but the display doesn't get as bright as I would want it to. I think it's around 300 or a little bit more nits on it. So you're gonna have to crank it up all the way if you're outside or in a well lit environment. It may be struggling a little bit because it's just not as bright as it should be. So, but other than that, the display is nice, man. It's some nice colors, very colorful. Just could be a little bit brighter. 14 inches is just a good size as well. Big enough to multitask, have two things on the display at the same time and things of that nature. So, next, let's talk about the keyboard and trackpad. As you can see, this is real nice, man. Look at it. The keys, as you can see, they do have some nice travel and feedback on them. Just a very nice layout. On here, you do have your different little shortcuts up here. You can brighten and lighten the display right there. Your sound. You can go full screen. You can go check out how many apps you have open, different things, and you also have other shortcuts for Chrome as well. This keyboard is backlit. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll turn off a few lights here so you guys can see, and it's really nice, as you can see. Just a really nice looking keyboard with the backlit there, and I really enjoy typing on it. I'm not a typist, I'm a pecker. I like to peck on them. What I mean by that, peck it with my fingers, man. That's what I mean. So, but it's great. I like it. It feels good. Now the trackpad, it's a pretty good size trackpad. It has a nice chrome accent around it right there. Not sure if it's glass. I think it may be glass, but it doesn't collect any residue or anything like that. It stays clean. I don't ever have to wipe it off, so it's pretty nice and smooth there. So far as that, now one thing we're going to talk about now, the speakers on here. The speakers are not very good. They're kind of tinny. They don't have good volume to them. This is branded as B&O, as you guys can see right there. But for me, when I'm using it, I normally got my Apple AirPods in, or I'm using a Bluetooth speaker if we're going to watch. Sometimes, one time we had a storm here recently, knocked out all the power and stuff. And so I pulled this out. It was charged up and it was ready to go. And we watched a movie off my hard drive. So that's another thing too with this. Your hard drive, your SSDs, your thumb drives, all of that works well with this, so you don't have to worry about that. But we were trying to watch the movie, so I ended up hooking up a Bluetooth speaker, and it was great because the speakers on this are not good. So that's another knock on it. The screen not being so bright and the speakers not that great. As far as performance, now this has the Core i3 processor in it with 8 gigabytes of RAM. So this thing is fast, man. It blazes through and it performs well. You can have tab after tab open. I'm going to go ahead and just demonstrate this. I'll open up Best Buy. We'll open up AT&T. We'll open up Phone Scoop. I never go to that website anymore. It's there though. The Town Talk, that's my local newspaper. Let's open up Facebook. Let's open up Swapper. And let's open up Amazon. And as you can see, it's dropping them in there, and you can go back and hit them. They're right there ready to go. So no problem out of performance on this thing. This thing is blazing fast. with that processor. I do like the idea. I have all of my extensions up here. So this is, this Chrome browser, but I do have other browsers on here as well. So I got all of my extensions there, and they all work well with this device. No problems with this. So with the Android, we're able to, we do have the Play Store on here, so you can load up different apps. I got tons of apps on here. And most of them work well for the most part. Some of them, if you run it in landscape like this or laptop mode, then they won't open up fully until you put them in portrait or tablet mode. Let me see if I can show you something here right quick. All right, so some of the games, they'll open up like this if you have it in tablet mode. And the only way you can get it to go full screen, you'll have to flip it over into tablet mode, and that will allow it to go full screen. But if you got it in a laptop, there's some apps like that, but not a whole lot of them. Let's get out of this. There, but some of them not optimized quite for this orientation, so just be mindful of that. But majority of them work, no problem with that. I have a lot of apps installed on here. I got YouTube apps, I got my shopping apps. You can put folders and things like that. Now if you see one like this right here, you see right there, that means that is a web app right there. It's not a app out of the Play Store. And I do prefer, like my YouTube right here, this takes me to the web version of YouTube, and I prefer that over the app version from the Play Store on the Chromebook, because let me show you the one from the App Store. It's like a blown up version of your phone, and I really don't like the appearance of it as well, as you can see. So I got pretty slow internet back here too, guys. That's why it's taking so long. But I do prefer the web version of YouTube better than, and this is the web version right here. So certain apps, I do prefer the web part of it more than anything. Another thing I want to talk about too, also the hinges. As you can see, the hinges, what I heard on this, the hinges weren't very great on this, but there's not a lot of wobble and wiggle with that, as you can see. So pin input on this. Now I do have one of these little aftermarket pins here, but it works well. Go into this little app here, and I'll just show you how it writes here. So let's go ahead and new drawing, and as you can see, very little latency, lag or anything, and you can change the colors up on it. So if you into this kind of stuff, taking notes or drawing or whatever, it works pretty good if you find your nice little, like this one here. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to pick this up. But yeah, other than that, battery life is great on this. I'm not sure what size battery. Let me see if I can find it right quick. But the battery life is good on this. I don't have any problem with the battery. I can watch movies after movies after movies. Probably about 3 movies. I don't want to go too many. I said movie after movie after movie. So about 3 movies, and then I can. It's strong, Battery life is always subjective. It's going to be how you use your device compared to how I use it. And maybe I'll just flash the battery size on here, because looking through my little notes here, and I didn't write that down. So yeah, guys, I'll put it on the stream. But battery life is great on it. Like I said, you can take this and you can hook it up to a external monitor, and you can run dual monitors like that. So Chrome OS and Chromebooks have come a long ways. This one feels premium. I'm always talking about I regret selling my Pixel book. This one does feel just almost as premium. It's a little thick and a little bit heavy. Does have the plastic bottom on it, but this is metal. This right here, this is metal, and it feels good, and it's a great size. So the HP Chromebook the HP Chromebook X360 is a great buy. Right now, I think at Best Buy you can get them for $449 or something like that. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pick it up. Just be mindful that the speaker is not that great on it, and the screen is not as bright as I would like it to be. But other than that, I really enjoyed this device, and I'm looking forward to keep using it. Now, I use doing video editing. I do have photo editing. I got apps on here like Lightroom. You can do stuff like that, very light stuff. I got Canva and stuff like that. Another thing I want to talk about right quick before I end the video. So, as you know, I am trying to run a YouTube channel here talking about tech. So a lot of times I use my devices for editing, and these are some of the video editing apps that I have. Filmora, Power Director, and I use that one more so than anything on here. And the only problem I have with apps like that, now you can go online and use WeVideo and different apps like that online, but the only problem I have is when I render this, you're not going to do 4K rendering, but when you can do 1080, but it leaves some type of a film over the top. Film, when you're looking at it, it almost like could look like one of those old time movies that you see. And if you try and do it in 1080, but if you do it in 720, it comes out pretty good. You don't see that film over the top of it. So I'm not sure what that's all about. That's the only problem with doing video editing on here and not using the ones online to do them now. Also, this is capable of Linux as well. So I've been digging into that a little bit, learning a little bit about commands and stuff like that. So what I did with this one, I had a little problem trying to get out of this, guys. Trying to do it behind the. So I had to power wash mine. So Linux is not on it right now, but it's got its own little environment that after you put the Linux on there, you go in here in your settings and you can find all that, but it's able to run Linux as well. So if you're into Linux, you can do that as well. All right, guys, this video has been long enough, look like it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.